Lance Mechanics here today, and I want to talk about something on my channel. Mechanics, especially in the flat rate industry, are being squeezed harder than ever. And if you're new, I can explain it to you. So flat rate pay is what we're paid when we're working flat rate. So if it pays half an hour to take a door off, that's what we're paid. If you can do it quickly, great. If it takes longer, it hurts. And right across the board, all these owners, dealers are squeezing the mechanics because profits are down. Mechanics bring in the money, but we're being squeezed because they need to see profits. Does that make sense? As people say in the comments, we do 99% of the work in the dealer, and we're the absolute most crapped on. I say we, but I'm not in the industry anymore, but I'm speaking for people. And it's horrible. And all these videos I'm doing is to help bring this to public light, because people are very ignorant of what they don't know, and they just assume things. Like a vast majority of comments on some of my videos are, "Oh, mechanics make great money." I'm like, really? Really? A few do. And a lot of the time they'll say, "Oh my God, mechanics should be millionaires. You're making $150 an hour at the dealer." I'm like, where are they getting these numbers? That's the door rate. That is not what a mechanic is paid. So let's do it in easy numbers here. If the door rate's $100 an hour and the mechanic is paid $10 an hour, he has to find 1 hour worth of work to make that $10. The dealer just made $90. And people don't quite grasp this. It's still ongoing in the comments section. It's unreal. But back on topic here. What I'm reading is a vast majority of flat rate technicians are being squeezed harder than ever. So, if you don't know the story of why I left, is the owner, he cut back a lot of stuff. They upped the door rate, they upped the cost of alignments and a few other things, but they took away more from the technician. So we did the math there. He upped the door rate, he took away 0.1 on some things, 0.1 on the other things. But it ended up being $5 to $10 grand per technician at the end of the year. His numbers didn't drop. He made more money, 100 grand more. You know what the best part is? I seen a year and a half later, he donated 200,000 to charity. Oh no, yay, a tax write-off. It's like, what the heck? Like, you cut back on the technicians, and he wasn't hurting. Absolutely wasn't hurting. So that's the frustrating part. Needed a second to cool off there. Staying focused. So I'm reading in the comments is so many technicians are just subscribed to my channel, and everywhere they're just cutting back our labor times at the dealer. And there's nothing to protect you. Zero. No automotive mechanic is unionized, and if they are, they work for the city, so they're being paid hourly. But in a flat rate environment, your employer can decide what you're paid based on a job. I remember guys talking about T-belts 5.3, and then they cut it down to 5, and then 4.5 at other dealerships, and they just kept cutting the labor times down for the technician. What do? Right in the book, it says this is how much it pays, but the dealer pays the technician this. Who do you complain to? What do? I know there's laws in Canada, but nobody enforces them. And then stateside, I can only imagine what you guys are going through. And the customers have to understand. Imagine you go into your Monday to Friday job and the owner says, well, you work 8 hours, but I'm only paying you for 7 now. You'd flip out. You'd lose your mind. Us technicians, what do you do in your flat rate? You just got to get more work. You got to work harder. You got to chase that carrot on a stick, as we say. And some people say it's a gambling addiction. They use it against us. So what do? I'm going to rely on the comments as always, because there are a lot of technicians mentioning, post what has been cut at your work. And I guarantee you, anybody who's a flat rate technician can post something that they've cut back on. It's rampant in the industry. It should be completely illegal, but they do it. If there's a factory time under customer pay, they should not be able to adjust that. And I don't see a single thing on YouTube where anybody's fought against it. Like, there's no things put in from government to stop it. There's no media coverage. They just cover automotive mechanic shortages and what the public wants to eat up. And the truth is, as this continues, there will be no more mechanics. I'm telling you right now, my goal is to get every single mechanic out of the industry and into heavy equipment. Because I read in the comments, yeah, a lot of people left automotive. They went in heavy equipment. They have no idea what they're doing, but damn, the pay is way better. So they're going to learn. And automotive guys are very keen at learning. So me personally, I wish I jumped 10 years earlier. I'm learning so much, but I didn't do it. I was stubborn. What can I say? Again, I'm going to rely on the guys. Post in the comments what they've cut back. Alignments, oil changes, tires, rotations. There's a lot of places where they... Here's an idiotic thing. The service advisor will walk in. He'll see the car on the lift. You're doing an oil change, and he'll say, hey, rotate those tires. And I'd be like, who's paying me? It's my liability when I take those tires off. The second those lug nuts are ugged off, the onus is on you. So what do? I'm sure as heck not going to rotate tires unless I'm being paid for it, because I do not want that headache if something happens. It could be 3 months down the road. Some reason, anything happens, they always come back on the mechanic, especially here in Canada. I don't know what it's like stateside, but they sue a lot. So again, I'm trying to stay focused here because this video, I could cover 70 different topics like I usually do, but stay on the cuts here. And I can't think of any industry on the planet where they do it as much as they do in automotive. People get raises taken away, they get bonuses taken away, but in automotive, your pay gets taken away. There's so much working against you, and it's just completely unfair. And again, I don't believe there's any laws anywhere in North America to protect the mechanic against that. When a customer pay item is set at this price from the manufacturer, why can the dealer set a different price? It should be completely illegal. That's, as far as I'm concerned, wage manipulation, and nobody ever talks about it. This is going to be a touchy subject. You're going to see a lot of angry or disappointed or sad mechanics in the comments because we've all experienced it. There isn't a single mechanic in the flat rate industry who's not experienced that. And if they haven't, it's because they just arrived at the dealership. But I guarantee you, if they walk around and ask other technicians, have labor times been cut back? 100% they have been. So take what you want from this video. I'm trying to stay focused because it's a hot subject. That's why I quit automotive. And the community, automotive community, is pretty strong. So comments are where a lot of the information lies. So Lance Mechanics, if you made it this far in the video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Again, 60% of the people watching are not subscribed, and that's huge. So have a good day.